I left a fake positive pregnancy test in the bedroom to catch my husband's mom snooping. My mother-in-law Janet has been driving me absolutely insane for the past 2 years. This woman has zero boundaries and thinks she can just waltz into our house whenever she feels like it. She has her own key because my husband gave it to her for emergencies, but apparently every Tuesday afternoon is an emergency to her. I started noticing things were off about 3 months ago. I'd come home from work and find my dresser drawer slightly open, or my jewelry box moved just a tiny bit. My husband kept saying I was being paranoid, but I know how I leave my stuff. Then I found one of my birth control packs had been moved from the back of my medicine cabinet to the front. That's when I knew for sure she was going through our personal things. The woman is obsessed with grandkids. Every family dinner, it's the same thing. When are you two going to give me grandbabies? Or, my friend Susan just became a grandmother for the 3rd time. She even bought us a crib last Christmas and put it in our spare room without asking. My husband thought it was sweet. I wanted to light it on fire, so I decided to set a trap. I went to the dollar store and bought one of those cheap pregnancy tests. I looked up online how to fake a positive result. Turns out you just need to put a tiny drop of soap on the test strip, and it shows 2 lines. I left it sitting right on top of my nightstand where she couldn't possibly miss it. The next Tuesday, I parked around the corner and waited. Sure enough, Janet's car pulled up at exactly 2:30 p.m. like clockwork. I watched her use her key and go inside. I gave her about 20 minutes to do her usual snooping routine, then I quietly came in through the back door. I could hear her upstairs in our bedroom, opening and closing drawers. I crept up the stairs and peeked around the corner. This woman was literally going through my underwear drawer with both hands, like she was searching for buried treasure. Then she spotted the pregnancy test on the nightstand. I've never seen anyone move so fast. She grabbed that test and stared at it for like 30 seconds. Then she actually took a picture of it with her phone. A picture of what she thought was my private pregnancy test. Then she put it back down and started looking through more of my stuff, but I could tell she was all excited and jittery. I waited until she left, then I called my husband at work. Hey babe, your mom was just here going through our bedroom again. He started with his usual excuses, but I cut him off. She took a picture of something on my nightstand. You might want to check your messages. 20 minutes later, my phone rang. It was my husband, and he sounded weird. Honey? My mom just sent me a picture of a pregnancy test. She's asking if we have news to share. Oh, really? That's interesting. What did you tell her? I told her I had no idea what she was talking about and asked where she got the picture. And what did she say? There was this long pause. She said she found it while she was watering your plants. I started laughing so hard I almost dropped the phone. Babe, we don't have any plants in our bedroom, and even if we did, since when does your mom water plants with a camera? The silence on the other end was golden. Finally, he said, she was snooping, wasn't she? Yep, and I have proof. That pregnancy test is fake. I bought it yesterday specifically to catch her. My husband was quiet for a really long time. Then he said, I owe you an apology. I'll handle this. About an hour later, Janet called me directly, which she never does. She was crying and going on about how she was just worried about us and wanted to make sure we were happy. She said she saw the test while she was organizing our room and got so excited about becoming a grandmother that she couldn't help herself. I let her finish her sob story, then I said, Janet, the test is fake. I bought it at the dollar store to see if you were going through our personal things, and now I know you are. The line went completely silent. Then she started yelling about how I was trying to trap her and it wasn't fair and she was just trying to help. I hung up on her. My husband came home that night with a locksmith. We changed all the locks, and Janet's key privileges were officially revoked. She threw a massive fit and didn't speak to us for 2 weeks, which honestly was the most peaceful 2 weeks of my marriage. She finally came around when she realized her son wasn't going to choose her side this time. Now she calls before coming over, and she's never once asked to borrow our key again.